Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Monroe Martin Podcast. Make sure that you like and you subscribe and you share this bitch, okay? And leave a comment. Even if you don't like the episode, say something. Let me know. I probably won't give a shit, but it'll keep that algorithm fucking flowing, right? Right? No?
If you have a sad comment, you delete it. And then think about it for a couple weeks.
No, I don't delete. I only delete the comments. People,
Try being a woman in
the
this.
voice you hear right now, you hear Tom, Blaze, Cassidy, and Amy Cardinale. I said it right this time,
That
right?
was beautiful.
Fucking yeah. I don't know what to fucking say, man. Y'all been killing it. Tom, he got Snow Dance out.
Sure.
I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah, make sure y'all go check out Snow
Watch
Dance.
that on YouTube right now.
Make sure you go watch Amy and fucking Gilly and Keith's sketch you played. Yeah, so y'all out
You were
here.
in a
they
Super
do
Bowl
stand-up.
commercial last year, weren't you? Was that last year or 2 years
You was
ago?
in a Super Bowl
ago.
commercial?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No, you get residuals, or is it a buyout?
No comment.
No comment. All right, shit. Well, make sure you check them out. You got anything y'all want to plug before we get in there? Start talking.
I say Instagram, probably.
All right, check out our Instagram.
My YouTube channel, Tom Cassidy, like Monroe said, Snow Dance is out right now. Check it out. It's a pilot I made, and it's funny, and I spent a lot of money on it, so don't be an asshole.
Don't be a fucking asshole. All right.
You
Yo.
talk quick.
Yeah, he's just getting on us for talking quick, and then you just talk just as fast.
I'm trying to catch up to you two.
No, don't catch up, baby.
It's not even.
To
I
your
didn't
own
say you
speed,
guys.
motherfucker.
There was no space in between your words, is what I said. I didn't necessarily say you guys were talking quick.
No, we was ping ponging. We was fucking like,
Yeah.
oh, you there? You live there?
We didn't claim to be likable, but we were ping-ponging.
Yeah, we was fucking ping ponging. We
I don't
were
remember
connecting.
mentioning anything about being likable.
That's an internal problem.
Okay.
Oh,
But sure,
shit.
you guys are very
No, I'm kidding.
likable.
Like, where is this happening? What's going on?
Monroe's my friend. He was like, "Do you know any funny girl comedians?" And I was like, "I think I know one."
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I really did. Because
Who
the
is
She
way I
wasn't
wanna,
available. Then we
the way
called
I-
you. No, I love
the
you.
way I want to do this podcast is I book somebody that I know well, and then I ask them to suggest somebody that they know well, and then we just fucking powwow.
Love that.
And I get to meet new people and shit, and you know what I mean? It's cool.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
No, I think you guys are kind of like similar. Like it was. I know it sounded insulting when I said I couldn't get a word in, but like the cadence of which, the way you spoke, did ping pong.
Yeah, we was like
Back and forth.
She lived in Philly and shit. Lived in the most terrible area you can fucking stay in Philly, Erie Avenue.
They can't sound real glamorous. Yeah, but that's in essence, it was.
It was fucking terrible. All y'all got around there is what, Max's cheesesteak. That's
Yep.
it. That's the only in the hospital.
I stood out like a flashlight.
Yeah.
I would,
Erie
really, I would
That's
walk
like-
down the street and they would be like, "We know her name and her
Yeah.
address and her middle name and her parents' birthdays."
Yeah, they did. Just so you.
I
know
loved
that.
it.
Yeah,
It's fine with
You
me.
did. You like living in danger?
I don't know. I don't even care. I'm very like, I'm not really pretentious. And it was more fun than like walking through like a snobby neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because
Well-
then people say hi to you, they acknowledge you. Everyone was like, "How's it going?" I would wear scrubs and they'd be like, "What's up, doctor?" And I'm like, "If you only knew my credentials, but thank you. Good afternoon, sir."
They were speaking to
Hey,
you so they can
hey,
get like
Dr.
needles and
Bitch.
shit. Yo, that's more.
I walk
yeah,
away. I
Dr.
walk
Bitch.
away. They're like, "What a dumb whore." And I'm like, "Do you need me? Are you okay?"
What were you studying?
Occupational therapy.
Oh, okay, and occupational therapy is like fucking getting people to move again and all that
There you
stuff,
go.
right?
Perfect.
My lower
it-
back
is
has
it-
been hurting the past couple of days. Do you have any suggestions?
Yeah, there's a lot of stretches you can do.
Okay.
Do you work out?
I do yoga,
Okay.
ride my bike.
Yeah, active. You gotta be active when you're approaching 40.
There you go.
But wait, did I get it right? Is that
Approaching.
occupational? You're approaching because I'm approaching.
No, you're right. You're right. I think it's like moving and then getting back to like function.
Yeah. Yeah. See. All right. I know some shit.
I think I'm approaching probably.
How old are you? I'm 36. I'll be 37.
I'm 37, and I'll be 37 for a while. So I'm
Oh,
approaching.
damn, nigga trying to
approaching.
hold on to your youth.
Wow.
No, I'm
That-
just trying to keep it like I don't think I'm approaching. Approaching is like 38 and a half, probably.
You sound like a chick.
I don't know.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know. Commenting on it.
I'm approaching. I don't care. I'm welcoming them because I feel like most 40-year-olds
I'm
I
just
know don't
talking
give a
about
shit
the word
about life
approaching.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't. Who do? Wait.
Like Chloe, she's 40. She don't give a fuck.
In what
Chloe
way?
Hillier. Just about anything. She only cares about like bettering herself and like doing what makes her happy and shit.
And you think that comes with being 40?
Yeah. Because I still kind of
Hopefully.
care about
No,
what
you have to
people
not.
think.
You can't.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
32.
32. So you're not approaching yet.
Just turned it.
So
Yeah, you
she's
still care.
approaching 35.
Stop. If you thought I was older, I'll walk into the
I
wall.
didn't think you were older. I'm not going to say that.
Did you say you're approaching 35? You're approaching 33.
But 33
I know.
is
No, I
important.
didn't
That's
say
your Jesus
35.
year.
I didn't say 35. I said just turned 32.
I'm talking about I'm not approaching 40 because I'm 37. I'm approaching 38. You know what approaching
I
means.
feel like
I
I feel like he's having his own conversation in crisis, and everybody's fine. Everybody's
It ain't
safe.
even
There's no
that deep.
crisis.
It ain't even that deep. I'm just saying 40 around the corner. You got a couple years to get to that corner.
Well, now
What
we're
is
going to
there?
around the corner, which is different than approaching.
Oh my God, Tom. This is me and Tom's
We're
relationship.
approaching around the
Honestly,
corner.
very
This is.
healthy. You guys
Yeah.
fight like you've been married for 45 years.
We basically have, yo.
I don't think we fight really.
No, we get into healthy arguments.
We have gotten into fights. I'm saying I don't
We
think
got
we
into
fight.
fights?
We've gotten into gigantic arguments.
What
Yes.
type of fucking fights that
Oh,
we get
man.
into?
I gotta go. It was good seeing you guys.
But no, not in a long time. I'm not saying. Yeah, it's all good.
I don't remember a single fight we got into.
We haven't approached it in a while.
Look, you
Yeah.
kiss and make it better. It's fine.
love-
Everybody's
I'm not
all right.
coming at it from a negative angle. I'm saying that we've definitely gotten to arguments.
That's what happens when you're
We've-
friends long enough. You're like, I don't like you right now. So
I've
I'm gonna
known
like-
Monroe for as long as I've done comedy. I always mention this. The first person I talked to, the first time I did comedy was Monroe. And that was basically 15 years ago,
Oof.
almost to the minute.
Yeah. God damn.
So,
And
happy
he
Black
actually
History
got me
Month.
to like stay in New York.
Really?
He called me out, yeah, because I moved
know
to New
that.
York. Yeah. You don't remember?
No,
You
I
can remember when we argued though. I
remember a lot
kept
of-
coming back to New York. I moved to New York, and then I kept coming back to Philly to do shows. And everybody was excited, like, "Oh man, good! Oh, Monroe on the show." He was the only person that came and like pulled me to the side. He was like, "Hey, so if you're really trying to make it in New York, why the fuck do you keep coming back here? It doesn't make any sense that you just keep
It's probably
coming
ca-
back
it's-
here to make money. Figure it out there." And
Yeah.
I went, "Oh, that makes sense." And
It's
I
just
fucking-
close enough too, and then it's probably a comfort zone for you. Where
It
you're
was
like, I
definitely a
know
comfort
I have
zone.
guarantee. I don't have the competition that I would have here. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's coming out of your.
Yeah,
comfort zone.
nah, the Laugh House was keeping me afloat.
I heard you were talking about that. That closed down.
Closed in 2012, I believe.
Yeah.
In the
I
summer
mean,
of
this shit though. You do that club, you smell
Nah,
like
2013.
fried chicken, like after every set.
I love that.
Yeah, because they
Great.
just burning chicken in the bag and they didn't have like a good ventilation system.
Yeah, you would have
No
liked
better
it there.
thing than that.
Yeah.
It was great. It
I'm
was,
sure I would have. I
yeah.
didn't do comedy when I lived there. I would go to shows though.
When did you start doing comedy?
2015.
And you started in New York?
I started in New York because
What
I'm
made
from
you-
Long Island. Because I hate myself, but I was like, just do it. This will be great. This will make you so dateable. You should definitely do this. And but I remember like 2014. I remember going to like Helium and seeing like this was like right before Tom Segura like blew up. Like,
Okay.
this was like he was like doing shows in small venues, and I was like, wow, he's so incredible. So I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know who Tom was until he blew up.
He did. I think he did Completely Normal, which
Yeah.
is what he was doing, where he was doing that bit. I forgot about I forgot that cop show. What is it? 48 Hours or something. Remember that?
He was on 48 Hours?
No, he did like a joke about that, and that was like the one.
Oh,
thing I remember.
another 48. First 48.
Yeah, it's so
Okay.
funny, so
Yeah.
good. But that's when, he did like a full hour there, and I had no idea who he was, and I was like, wow, he's so good.
Damn. What was the first place you performed?
The freaking Producers Club uptown.
Does that exist anymore?
Yeah, it's still around. Whenever I get like an invite, it's like, hey, I got a show. It's at the Producers Club. I'll just ignore it.
I'd rather
Yeah.
perform at a bus stop.
You pretty much are performing that.
Well, it's kind of like the Philly thing of you coming back to Philly. Like, of course you can go back to Philly and do comedy, but you shouldn't go like consistently. It's like
Yeah.
you can't go backwards.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't.
you can't go and do the Producers Club again. You know what
Damn,
I mean?
I got to get new plans for tonight. 'Cause
Yeah, that's what you're doing
That's where I
tonight.
was. That's
Is that
where
what
I
you
was,
are tonight?
I was going to Uber straight there after this. I wanted the daylight to come through the windows as I was telling my joke to the one person in a wheelchair. I was like, this is gonna be my reel for this week for sure.
I don't think I've been to the Producers Club. Have you guys done?
Don't brag.
Have you done?
If you've
Maybe I
taken an
have.
acting class with me and Reggie, I think you've done it.
No, I don't know.
Wait, where was your first place? So that was in Philly then. The first.
First place was in Philly at the Laugh House.
So we started at the same
Oh,
place.
that's cool. Though.
Yeah,
that's a good story.
yeah. I mean, no, because it wasn't that cool. It was like I was the last person on open mic, so the room was packed, And then by the time I got on, it was like 4 people left. And they were just like staring at me like, hey, we only here just because we trying to get our money's worth. And it was terrible. Nobody laughed.
Oh, okay, that was my next question.
Yeah.
The open mic at the Laugh House was super fun, though. It was like literally the best open mic ever. Like that first experience you had was shitty, and obviously it sucked sometimes. But it was like literally like the best open mic ever, and like ruined open mics for me. I think.
So, Hart, can you hear that?
I don't have the headphones. Can you hear it in the headphones?
I can hear it. What is it?
Sounds like
music.
Christian gospel.
I know. I'm like, ugh. Like I thought I was dying.
I'm like, I
Sounds
would
like
never
the
listen to
fucking-
that, but then I probably have it on my Spotify.
Yeah, it sounds like music you listen to when you got no fights with your parents.
Me?
Yeah.
So what do you think Linkin Park's for? No, I'm kidding.
Nah, don't ruin Linkin Park for
No,
me.
I don't know any other way but not to fight with them. So
Yeah,
I guess
fair
whatever
enough.
music I listen to anytime is relevant.
That Linkin Park, you like Linkin Park?
Yeah.
The Linkin
killed
Park
himself. Did
the
you know
Linkin,
that?
did
Yeah, I can't
see the
believe
one?
it. I can't believe why did he kill
You know,
himself?
the music was so uplifting. You're like, how did that?
Like I
What are
thought this
those
was your
things connect?
outlet, man. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
it's
wasn't
not
sure if
funny.
it was Linkin Park. No, it's fine. The Linkin Park Jay-Z stuff has aged horribly.
You don't like Crash Collision?
Oh my
I
god.
thought it was
Collision
real.
Course,
I
whatever?
think at the time I
Fucking
thought it
vomit.
was so good, but
I
now
know.
it's cringe.
Yeah.
Now
I
it's
gotta
like-
listen
Oh
to
my
it again.
god.
I thought it was
Bad.
groundbreaking, but you may be right. The-
That got Mike stripping.
We're gonna hear
This is
we're gonna hear chewing next.
This feels like the pilot episode for Martin right
Yo,
now.
I know, right? I promise you guys, it went a lot
Monroe,
better before
Martin. No, this is what's funny.
this. I know, man.
Yeah, you got to lean into it. There's
Man.
music playing.
Wait, what was your first one? We're going around.
It was at the Laugh
The Laugh
House.
House. I
but
already told the
his-
story.
But his went badly, and yours
I thought
went amazing.
I thought I did good. Like from not comparing it to anything. Like I did way better the first time than I did like the second and third time. Like I did good the first time. I thought, and Monroe was like, "You did okay."
Monroe's like, I left, so
Yeah.
I mean, it was so bad, I
He
left.
was like, "It was fine, I guess."
It was all right.
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah.
It was all right.
We all had that energy. We all had that energy of like, oh,
was a different
I got
time,
one
Amy.
laugh, and that was good.
That's because you're men. Like I
Yeah.
went up, and it might as well have just been slam poetry because it was so bad.
Yeah.
And then I don't know.
I think I was
I chose
prepared.
life somehow, and I don't
I
know
was
why.
as prepared as I could be for the first time, and then like the second and third, I bombed forever. I just think I got lucky the first time.
But
what
that's
I'm
fate
saying.
because it pushed you to keep going.
yeah, I got kicked out. Remember?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, so I
What
got
happened?
kicked. So I didn't know that comedy was like a prepared thing. I thought it was just like you go up there, shit on the audience for the time.
That's so funny.
So I would just go up there. What the fuck is wrong with you? You remember that shit? Look at your stupid face. What's up with your shoes? And then first it was Wid. We have this guy named Legendary Wid. He's a
Okay.
very funny host. Very like great comic. Does prop comedy, but he's fucking sharp. And like whenever
All right.
Yeah, whenever you start bombing or you start getting real crass, he'll be like, all right, from the back of the room. All right,
Time's
that's
up.
enough of that. Okay. Come on
Yeah.
stage and take you off. And he goes, yeah. We had enough of whatever the fuck he was doing. You ready for some more show?
Uh-huh.
And he like
He literally was the best. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, but
painting
that
this
helps
picture.
you.
it
No.
does.
Oh no, dude, he's great. He's still
Yeah.
here. He's alive.
Yeah, no,
he
it's
still
so
does
funny.
comedy. He's very funny.
Yeah, no, the Wid is it definitely helped because first he would do that, and then the owner, after I really wasn't getting it, the owner, Miss Mona, rest her soul, she pulled me into the office. She was like, "Look, you aren't writing no jokes. You're just going up there insulting my audience. Don't come back until you write some jokes." And every week I would have to show up and then show her my joke book. I don't even think she was really reading it or looking at anything. She would just look at it and go, "Nope." And for like 2 months straight, she would do that. But in between that time, I just started like finding other shows. I was like, I think we were hanging out, right? Me, you, Chris Cotton. Like
Yeah,
we'd go to like Helium open mic or like
Yeah, but
that shit
Helium
in
didn't.
Northeast.
Helium was like so hard to like
Yeah.
get to perform on. That's why the
Especially
Laugh
if
House.
you black.
Yeah.
Because Helium, they did that random. They did that, they would do like a random thing. It was like, it's a lottery. It's like, okay, sure. Yeah.
not.
You-
It's
it's
not at
not.
all.
You can get there. You can be the first person to sign your name on that list. And then you got to wait around 2 hours and you can't do no time. So you get on Helium maybe like once.
It
Who
was
you
hard
know,
being
you
black.
know the host.
Yeah.
But it was also they just had their like white people that they always used. So I might as well have been black because
Yeah.
they refused to put me up.
Yeah.
You know.
I say that
Well,
all
at
the time.
least they had. Look, I'm not. You don't got to cover up for me if you're like.
What do you mean?
Oh, I thought you was trying to like be like, no, it's not a race thing. It's like, look, they had like the black comments.
It's always a race thing with black people. That's not what I'm saying. I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm saying that like it also is hard for me to get on too. That's all.
Oh.
Yeah.
They had their selected few people, right? They had like a long list.
They had
of
way more
and
white
then,
people,
like,
and then they had
two
Anton
black-
Schufert.
and
So yes,
fucking David
it was
James.
a race thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anti-Schufert, David James, and then when Derek moved to New York, then they started fucking with him. Yeah. But
Yeah. But dude, whatever. Fuck Helium back then.
no, not
Laugh
fuck
House-
Helium. I still would like the headline.
No, back then. I'm talking about back then. How was it? Helium's nice.
You're like,
But, like-
love you guys.
Hey,
You have a shirt underneath.
absolutely.
And when I say fuck Helium, I really mean like the Laugh House was such a cool place to start comedy. It's insane. Just thinking about it now of like Miss Mona, like being like a black lady who's like, you can't come back until you write jokes, and then looking at it, and like Wid, such a cool like old white guy from the '80s who was like actually funny, and like.
Did you have any of that at the Producers Club?
We're not allowed to talk about it. We had to sign a
it's like Fight
contract.
Club.
It's very elite. No, I think it was horrible. I think the people I was around when I first started they're not around. I don't know if they're alive. Hopefully
died.
not. And it was just very weird. And I was like, is this a good decision? Like I remember it being like, and not having a gauge of what good comedy was.
Yeah.
Where I would be like, that was a great joke. You said, and then I was like, oh, it was really bad. I was just,
So when were you?
I wasn't that great. I was just surrounded. I was just a real low bar.
Yeah. When did you start to realize that? Like when did you start like bouncing around the comedy scene and going, oh, this ain't a quality room. I'm not getting any
They don't
work
like
done.
knock jokes, but I don't know. I think it was very nerve wracking, and then I think it's weird being a woman in it because you're kind of like there's like a kind of a narrow like character space you have. I still feel that now.
You
But,
do?
Like
Why?
I don't know. I think there is. Which I don't know if I'm feeding into stereotype, but I think there's like you could be like very sex positive. You could be like I'm single, or you can be like me, who's like let's talk about ghosts. Like I'm weird, but there's just a weird. Sometimes I feel.
I think you should lean into that. What
I do.
about ghosts? How
yeah,
do you
but-
feel about ghosts? You believe in
I'm
ghosts?
Italian, of course. We love ghosts and yelling. Those are the two things we love. But yeah, we love ghosts, and they're all not true. Like all my family tells stories about ghosts, and they're so convinced. And you have to be like, yeah, that makes sense that you saw a Native American on a horse outside the house. Yeah, that's sure.
I actually did see a Native American.
On a horse?
Yeah.
Where?
On my street when I was like 5 or 6.
Doing what?
He was with a bunch of other Indians, and they were walking down the street, and I like came.
Was this
to
real or a ghost?
It's what I imagined in my mind, so I remember it. Like
Wait,
it was
what?
real.
Is it a ghost? Or have you seen actually physical Native Americans on your block?
But it was weird because they seemed like they were Native Americans from like back then, because they were like looked like those type of Indians. They had like headdresses on and shit.
Oh,
Or, like,
so they
that-
probably was just Mexicans fucking going to like a school thing, trying to, you know what I'm
It
talking
felt very spiritual.
You're selling churros.
Yeah. They just got to go to school and do a presentation and some shit.
Yeah, it felt spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the stories that they would tell, like.
You ever had a ghost encounter?
I think so. I don't know if it was because I was lonely and wanted to believe like there was someone in my apartment hanging out because the oven turned on. But I was doing a lot of edibles. You don't know where that crossed over. That could have just been me.
How long ago was it?
This was like 2020 when we were all like eating our own hands inside. And I was like, there's a ghost here. And then I was like, I think I should get out more. I don't know if there's really a ghost here.
Did anything happen other than
I
the
want to
oven
know this
being-
ghost
The
story.
oven turned on.
And did he cook? What did he cook?
No, there was no cooking. I have like one burner. I'm really living like I just got off Ellis Island, but it's not. The rent is crazy, but it's literally one burner and a hot heater. But
Why are you living like that?
I don't think anything. There's 6 pumps of caramel in here. I'm not well. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not claiming that there's good decisions anywhere.
She's got a good location, man. That's all that really matters.
I got a
in this
really.
city.
I got a shoebox, but I got a good location. Guys are impressed when they come over. They're like, it's a very long,
I've
thin
seen
apartment.
videos of it. It looks nice.
It's nice.
It's like
I
one of
think
those
you're just
hallways
being modest.
apartments.
Yeah, it's just a New York apartment.
It's pretty big, but I redecorated it recently, which nobody cares about. But
I want to know what the fucking ghost did because I went through a similar experience.
I've seen ghosts a bunch of
the
times.
my old
light
apartment.
turns on and off. That
Okay.
was one, and then
The light turned on and off?
yeah, across the hall, the bathroom light.
The same thing with the same night of the oven?
No, they were separate.
How, like, what was the time in between?
That really creeped me out.
Was the light bulb
The oven, I woke up, I took a nap, and the oven was glowing orange. And I had just moved in and I hadn't even touched the oven yet.
Yeah.
I hadn't cooked anything. Like there were boxes on the floor. And then I woke up like suddenly as if like someone was like warning me. And then I looked and it was like glowing orange. And I was like, that's fucking wild. And it was like fucking hot. So it must have been on for a minute.
Oh, shit.
And I don't have like a cat or anything. Things aren't that bad yet. But there was nothing that could have hit it.
Damn, I want to know what the fuck this ghost was up to. Like, what was he preparing? Like, was he going to make a souffle or something? Maybe the ghost was like, maybe you get more men if you learn how to fucking turn this thing on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Get in the kitchen.
That's number 50 on my list.
Get in the kitchen, Dr. Bitch. Coming this fall to UPN.
Dr. Bitch.
And the Black Ghost.
I think I have a ghost now in my spot. But I know I seen a ghost in my old apartment. I was sitting in the living room.
Like your previous one?
Yeah. I was sitting in the living room. I was chilling. Wasn't high yet. About to smoke. And then I just see a shadowy figure walk by me to the bathroom. And I'm like, babe. Like, that's the first thing to do. I'm yelling out for my wife. Like, you good? She knocked out. I get up. I fucking look. The bedroom door is closed. And then whatever just fucking walked in the bathroom. I didn't go in that bathroom until she went in there.
Well, yeah.
Because she's Colombian, so
just
she got like
waking up,
a
though.
spiritual connection with ghosts and shit.
She probably brought it in.
Yeah. She said a ghost pulled
Probably
her
her
foot.
Tio.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
She said a ghost like yanked her foot when she was asleep. I'm like, why? Why would they do that?
Yeah.
Got a foot fetish? That
I
ghost
was-
was like, I'm going to lick these toes, motherfucker.
That's a progressive ass
Like,
ghost.
Yeah. Freaky ghost.
I've seen a couple ghosts in my life,
Mm-hmm.
but what I wanted to ask is, does this ever happen to you? Or like this happens to me a couple times. I feel like it kind of happened a little last night, where like if I like wake up, I dream a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I wake up from a dream real quick, I see like hieroglyphics in front of me.
I ain't
So like
never
when I open my eyes from a dream, I'll see like green hieroglyphics sometimes.
Like the Matrix?
Kinda, or like, but it's like almost glowing green.
Like the
They're
Matrix. Like the
literally-
fucking, that's
I
basically what
imagine
the
how-
Matrix is.
They're not numbers. They're like hieroglyphics, like some like ancient shit or
Like you
something like
just-
that.
That's dope.
I feel like he just having a stroke every time he wakes up.
He's
And we're
like,
like, yeah, no, you're fine. That's,
No, there's something to it. I've Googled it.
oh,
but,
that's reliable. Yeah. No, but I know.
It's where we get all of our information, Amy.
I used to get sleep paralysis a lot, and now I don't get it. And I think that was probably like ghost shit.
But the person going in, yeah, but it could also just be that.
You used to get sleep paralysis too?
Oh my God, so bad.
Yo.
I used to get it where I thought I was standing up, but I was laying down.
Yeah.
I thought I was like walking around, and then I was like, oh, why am I still laying here?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? You're in the medical field. Is that?
I think that is a phenomenon. There is like not a full understanding. I think it's like some part of your brain. Like I think your brain goes somewhere definitely when you're like in a coma or something. But
Yeah.
there's some sort of like thing where you like motorically feel like your muscles are like you're
Like you can't do shit. I haven't got it in a while, so I'm like, maybe the ghost don't fuck with me no more.
But you go to the grave with that. You don't like bring that up at brunch. You know?
Oh nah, I'm
You'll
open.
Drop that.
I'm a fucker. I
How
tell
are
people.
you? I'm paralyzed sometimes, but my mom's great. Like,
I would like, like when you can't yell and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
like both of you. There's a lot going on. No, but I think that's probably the most terrifying thing. And then you have to just continue your day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it with naps though. Only
Naps?
only daytime I get sleep paralysis.
What do you think? What do you think is happening? Let's try to dissect that.
I don't know. My therapist isn't here for 2 weeks, so I'm gonna bring it up probably.
You did the whole therapy thing.
That poor bastard.
She's a
You
lady.
got a man there? Oh,
And a lady. I never met her in real life.
Oh, can a woman be a bastard?
how you know she ain't catfishing you? How
I
you
wanna
know you
see
ain't
her
talking
legs.
to Chat GBT?
I want to see her.
See her
legs.
video?
She's always under her desk.
Yeah, I think you talking to a fucking AI bot.
She could be a mermaid. I don't know what's
Yeah.
on the bottom half.
How'd you get her? Like BetterHelp or something like that?
Hilarious. No, I
BetterHealth.com, everybody.
BetterHelp.com. We're looking for a sponsor, people. We're fucked up on this show. As you can tell so far, we see ghosts.
See hieroglyphics.
hieroglyphics.
Yo, help us.
She's great though. She's
How old is she?
She's like 35.
That's too fuck that. You gotta be old. You can't be my age.
I used to have she looked like a gym teacher, and she was named Helen, and she was very mean to me all the time. And I was like, hey, maybe I need this.
I would love that lady.
Yeah.
Is that where you got the jacket?
Yeah, it is. That's where I got it. I slept over her house. We had scissored last night, and then I came over. I wrote that in my story. I was like, that gym teacher that has a husband, and you're like,
Oh, man, gym teachers.
How do you know? Oh, go ahead.
no, I was talking about gym teachers. I was thinking about like, I had a gym teacher growing up, and I remember, I don't know if she's alive now, and now this is funny because I'm an adult, but it was prom. And she was telling us about what prom was going to be like. And she was like, I remember the guy I went with. And everyone's jaw dropped. Like, no,
What?
a man? You? And she like was upset by
Yeah.
that.
She's like, I just wear sneakers. I still like dick.
Depressed. It just
Yeah.
looks the same.
She's like, I'm fine. Yeah, up until that point, up until like adulthood, I thought all female gym teachers were lesbians too. It was like, what else? Why else would you be dribbling a ball and making us fucking climb ropes? But now I get it.
Yeah.
I don't trust online therapy.
Why?
I don't know. Cause I feel like what if they got like another browser open or some shit?
Or
You know what I mean? Like, what if
recorded.
they're like you're talking to them, and then on the side of the screen they're like watching like Ozark or YouTube videos.
My cousin.
That's what you're worried about?
Yeah, like you supposed
You're
to
not
be
worried about like the government listening to it and just keeping it to fucking like blackmail you if they need to?
Nah, I don't the government already knows everything about us anyway. So
So what I'm saying is what you're scared of is them just not paying attention.
yeah, because that's what I'm paying for. Like I can just talk to a friend if I want somebody to half-ass listen. I'm not gonna pay you to fucking.
I had one in person that fell asleep.
Yeah. On this,
5 years ago,
yeah.
in person, and I was like, "Did you just fall asleep?" And she's like, "Honestly, yeah." And then I was like, "All right,
How many
where do you
more
go from
sessions
that?"
did you
I mean,
have
I was like,
after that?
we have a level of trust, so I'm kind of happy you told me that. But where do you
Yeah.
go? Where do you go from here?
Do you remember what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a serious thing, and it was in the daylight. It was like 30
Was
seconds.
it though? Because she fell asleep. Makes you think about it, doesn't it?
But my cousin
Maybe
is
it
a
was-
therapist, and she tells me all the time she stops listening.
Yeah.
Because I have that, like half of my family's all therapists, wildly fucked up.
Yeah.
Because I think you go into that field to figure yourself out.
Yeah.
But she says all the time she's not.
And see, that's why I don't do it, because I know, I know how people treat jobs. No matter how professional the job, people still dick around and have their off days. I'm like, I'm not paying you, especially if I'm like depending on you for my fucking sanity. And then I did Zoom therapy one time, and the nigga yawned, and I was like, I'm not doing this again.
But is that avoidance of like exploring yourself, or is
Probably.
that? Yeah, I was just gonna say, it was very convincing. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Probably.
no, hey.
Look, any excuse I can come up with, I'm gonna fucking do it.
I mean, look at yeah.
You go to therapy, Tom?
No, I went once, but the building was on fire earlier in the day,
Ooh, good for you. That's a sign.
and then I took it as a sign.
Yeah.
Because like all the lights were cut out, and the lady like couldn't get into her computer, and she just asked me questions. And the one question was, she was just like, "Are you gonna kill yourself?" And I was like, "This doesn't feel right," because I was like depressed, but I wasn't like at that point, and it just felt weird. And I think it was more of just the fact that the building was on fire. But yeah, I think about going.
Well, that would have been a quick way to end it. If you
Yeah.
were like, yeah, she's like, just go upstairs then.
She's like, go. Fucking, we got a furnace going right now.
We got it set up right now. Just pay first and then jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put it. Yeah. What happened?
No, nothing. That's it. That's what happened. So then, no, I have never been since.
You both should go.
Why?
Because I think everybody should go. Because I think you need an
course you do.
objective perspective.
But I would, but it has to be an older person. Like, I don't want to talk to somebody my age. I want to talk to somebody who's lived life and went to a couple of things. I don't want like another fucking 30-something-year-old. I want like a 60-something-year-old guy.
I had a situation where it was like The Sopranos, where my psychiatrist was my psychologist for a minute, and I think when there's people that grow up really wealthy, they have this like air where they can't relate to you, especially if you're like an artist. And I was like, oh, I don't like talking to you. Like I don't feel good after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we put too much importance on age sometimes too, though, because like Aaliyah said when she was dating R. Kelly, age ain't nothing but a number.
No, she said that,
They're
but he
super-
wrote that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Age was definitely,
She sang it.
yeah.
No, that was wrong. But I think some people are just super smart at like 25. Like I think perspective wise, I don't know. Like I think that sometimes I like talking to people that are younger than me because I like that perspective too. I like old.
No, I get it.
too.
I understand you.
But I don't mean the same age.
Yeah,
is
nah.
kind of just because it's. But they also have the exact same point of reference as you as well.
Maybe not.
Well, like they understand.
I don't think
They've
my
consumed the same culture.
But I don't think my issues are cultural issues. I think most of my issues are like fucking institutionalized shit. You know what I mean?
Part of the culture.
Yeah, it's also
No, it's not.
It's also what you've been through. I think if
Yeah.
you've been through. No, I'm serious. No, but I'm serious. Like I feel like you're you could be immature in your impulsivity. Like when you're younger, we all tend to be more impulsive because that part of our brain. But I think if you've been through shit, you have that knowledge which ages you in another part of your brain.
Yeah.
Where you can relate to older people. That switch will turn on. Like I feel like that about myself because I'm like, oh, I can like connect, and that's really like even though it's shit, it's like a silver lining.
Yeah.
Kind of.
No, I understand that. I get it. But I'm like that with everything though. Like even when it comes to like medical shit, like if I go to the doctor's office and this doctor is my age, I'm like, never mind. I want to know you've been doing this for a while.
I want you to have a limp.
Yeah. Like you still need to be a healthy old person.
But yeah, like you said, man, we're not even that young anymore. I'll definitely take a 37-year-old doctor. What are you, crazy? They're probably at the height of their fucking shit.
Nah, people
They've
be
been doing it for like
dicking
10
around.
years.
Like you look,
If
I
you get
can't.
too old. I don't want some old ass guy with the knife in his hand shaking.
No, that's too old. I'm talking about like I'm 37. I'll take somebody 10 years.
Old.
No, it's not.
You're approaching 40. It's right around the corner.
And I'll take somebody who's 10 years older than me.
I think. Do you think gender plays a?
No, I don't
Roll.
give a fuck
Yes.
about gender. You think so?
Get out of here.
Because I don't. I as a woman like had a. Oh, it's too much.
No, please.
It's
Tell
really.
us.
I think it's really. I was like a virgin for a while, which you guys are like, how?
What age?
With this jacket, how?
Yeah, somebody was licking
Yeah,
it.
yeah. This other side of.
Yeah.
Stop, he's gonna make fun of me.
I had it.
Get it out. Get out. No, let it out.
It just looks like the jacket that like your uncle who molested you would wear.
I mean, that's in the wash, but
Got that
It's a pretty
75
fly jacket, though. I ain't gonna lie. I like the.
I don't. I
It's cool.
I'm very humble. I'm like it's. I like it. It keeps me warm. But
Very
I
nice.
remember I had to go to the gyno like before I had sex.
Yeah.
And I had a male gyno,
Yeah.
and he looked just like my math teacher.
Oh.
And that was my first
that
experience.
good or bad?
Because they have to figure you.
Yeah.
To,
Was that a good or bad thing? Was it
I
like,
was
were you
oh,
already
what's
lubricated?
This like? And then I was like, God, I really am a loser. That
And he's a doctor.
I was
Good
trying
job.
to get
Hey,
laid,
doctor.
though. It was not moral reasons. I was like handing it out with
How
pamphlets.
old were you when you went to the gyno?
Like 17, because you have to
Okay.
get the HPV shot when you're younger.
You do?
Yeah. You get the HPV shot. You got to get 3 shots.
I think that's
You're a
only in
lady.
Long Island.
Yeah, that we weren't
We've had Honda
worried
Civics,
about
we
that.
got
when I
Honda
was younger.
Civics
and,
we got
HPV.
measles and chicken pox shots and shit.
I don't think guys were getting HPV shots at that point.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But no, but I now would never want a male gynecologist. Like that makes my stomach.
Did you like it at the time? Sorry, it's like a Howard Stern
Yeah.
question.
No, that's fine.
I remember having it happen.
Because like,
I'd never been fingered. No, I never had
You're
that.
like,
happen.
"Ugh."
But I remember having that happen and being
was
like,
your math teacher good looking? Because you said he reminded you. There was no point of reference, or he
Oh,
was not good
no.
looking. Okay.
like my dad's age. It's like must have been,
Yeah, you definitely don't want an ugly guy gynecologist. But if I was a chick, I wouldn't mind like a hot
yeah.
guy gynecologist.
I don't think you do because you're talking about really intimate stuff that's not the prettiest or most fun, and you'd rather have someone that you don't feel any like discomfort sharing everything.
Before we got married, my wife had a really hot dentist.
That's different.
Yeah,
That's not your
dentists don't
vag.
count. Yeah.
They're not seeing your lips.
Yeah.
He could. Am I right?
Yeah. I don't
See
know.
this
My
guy.
wife got a black gynecologist, black male. He's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's cool. He don't talk to me at all, though. No. He don't, like, every time I see him, he like, hey, and just keep it moving.
What's his name?
I don't even remember.
Uh-huh.
Well, I wouldn't even say it on the podcast.
No.
Yeah.
She's older
kidding.
and mean though, so you'd probably trust her.
Yeah.
I told her I was having guy problems, and she's like, "Yeah, you just create drama in your life. You could
I would
stop
like to
doing that."
That's what I want, though. I feel like, so now I think you're helping me really form my argument. I think that the older people will kind of be like, hey, like, take charge of your life. Where the younger people will be like, it's okay that things happen and blah, blah, blah. And it's okay to feel this way. No, I want a coach. I want somebody to be like, hey, shit happens in life. Suck it up. Keep moving forward.
Her reviews are like, she's a
that.
bitch on Google.
Who?
Reviews.
I have that. Who do I have that with?
You have that, like,
I have
you
that
just
in
said
myself.
it to yourself.
Yeah.
So you don't need that. You already have that.
But
you need a
if
different
you hear
perspective.
it outside, then you'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I tell myself that just to fucking persevere. But if you hear that outside, you go, oh, okay, then that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, not necessarily a therapist is not necessarily a coach.
That's what I'm looking for. If I can,
You sounds like you want a coach. Yeah. You don't want
if I can get somebody that's like, get up, motherfucker.
That's like a life coach.
Life
That's not
sucks
a therapist.
sometimes. Get your bitch ass up. I remember. So when I work out, I listen to like C.T. Fletcher and shit. You know who C.T. Fletcher is?
No.
No? Oh, C.T. Fletcher is he's a ex bodybuilder, black dude, ex
Wait, is he on a
bodybuilder.
podcast? Bald?
No, he don't have a podcast.
Okay, then there's another man that yells at me on TikTok.
Oh, but I'll probably listen to him too.
Oh yeah.
C.T. Fletcher was an ex bodybuilder. Grew up in like an abusive household and shit. Had a
Lovely,
heart
yeah.
attack and all that shit. And then he has these motivational mixtapes, and it's like, you a pussy. You a bitch. Get your bitch ass up. And I remember I was listening to it in the gym, and I think this is the only time my wife came with me. And you know when your headphones disconnect and it starts playing out loud? And she was like,
so funny.
what the fuck are you listening to? Are you okay? Is this like homoerotic? I was like, I didn't have a dad growing up, all right? I need somebody to fucking be like, get your bitch ass up right now and then lift that shit. Like, I like that. I need
I
that.
respond to that too. That's like,
Yo, it's nothing's wrong with
yeah,
that.
but no, there's something wrong with it.
Is it?
I know.
Sounds like DMX without a beat.
Yo, I love it.
That's
it.
they think
Something's
you're
wrong
listening
with
to
us,
music. No, there's something I know that I don't. Maybe you haven't figured it out yet. I look at my algorithm on TikTok and I'm like, it's just like a teenager telling me not to kill myself, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, there's something to uncover, but I'll wait till tomorrow. Yeah.
We're fucked up. At least I admit I'm fucked up, but I don't want the opposite help. I don't want that fucking everything will work out.
He's spiritual though. This one.
I'm spiritual too, but I need that spirituality to be blended with that fucking like.
I don't even know if
get
he's
up and
spiritual.
keep it moving. I'm spiritual. I got rocks and shit.
I have Jesus in my heart. That's
Okay,
what I
that's-
know.
that's it,
So I
yeah.
guess that's spiritual. Is that what it is?
See, I got
just know
God
I
in my
got
heart. Jesus is too many.
Yeah, I got God
Yeah.
in my heart.
a Jew.
Jesus and God are
Jesus.
two different people.
Jesus is God, brother.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
It's gonna be the next fight.
Even Jesus was like, "Don't worship me." I'm pointing you to my Father. I'm pointing you to a higher power, and people worship Jesus. I acknowledge Jesus and I love Jesus, but I'm talking to his dad. All right.
And
Are you out of this now?
No,
you believe
I
in
got-
ghosts,
What
but
is
this
Jesus-
making you uncomfortable?
What did Jesus' dad say to you?
Get your bitch ass up, nigga. Get out of bed right now. But I'm laying in bed.
And Jesus would be like, "It's okay, Monroe. I love you."
He's like, it's cool, man. Just lay here for a little bit. I did.
Jesus and God are the same person anyway.
No,
I've never
The
heard
Holy
that. I thought they were
Trinity.
different.
They're not. That's what
And-
they
Is it
say. The
Mary?
Father, the
Spirit.
Son, the Holy Spirit. The
Yeah,
Son.
it's the Holy Trinity. It's all one thing. And it's all bullshit. But
How's
I
it
still love
bullshit?
him. I still find him in my heart.
I'm not gonna text him and tell him. Like
It's a goddamn fairy tale.
Nah, man. I believe
love
in
Jesus,
God,
though.
and I believe God made us in His image, and that we all have godly abilities, which is creation.
I believe in like. I had an experience recently where I was like, oh, there's probably something to that.
Yeah.
But then I wonder if there's like a fine line of like a little bit of ego and narcissism within that of like, oh, I'm special enough to have these things happen.
Yeah.
Like I think there has to be a fine line.
Of course.
Yeah.
Or there's just nothing and nothing means anything and it's all chaos.
Yeah, and we thrive on
It
chaos.
could be that too.
It's all of that though. It's whatever you decide, right? Like if you want if you want to put meaning to the shit that happened to you, it's
Those
you can
green
do that.
hieroglyphics, it's just like,
I think it was the Matrix, or you just got terrible eyesight.
I don't think it's the Matrix.
You don't think you think it's Jesus?
No, I don't think it's Jesus either.
You think it's the divine intervention?
No, it's like ancient shit.
All right. Actually, let's tackle that on the second half. Let's tackle that shit on the Patreon. Hey, people, I got to wrap it up. Thank you for listening. If you want to hear the rest of this conversation, please make sure that you head over to the Patreon right now. And it's only $5. You can afford $5, right?
I love you, Jesus.
Got anything you want to say to people? Got anything you want to tell people where to find you again?
Please cut the part where I said fuck helium. Other than that,
oh man, I knew he was going to do that.
I'm Cassidy. I'm just kidding. You can keep it in. I'm Cassidy. YouTube. No dance.
Oh, hi.
Instagram.
I was talking to Jesus, telling on Tom. I guess my Instagram, real.amy.cardinale, which is a horrible name, but it's all I have.
Real.amy.cardinale.
Just like
That's
Jesus.
all she has. All right, people. See you in a minute. And then